Thanks, guys. I'm here in Carver Hawkeye Arena with the Iowa women's basketball team's all-time leading scorer, Disterhoft. Allie, how we doing?
Doing great.
Okay. So before we get to the serious stuff, the interview questions, me and Allie are going to shoot around a little bit. That sound good to you, Allie?
Yeah, are you ready for this?
I mean, I don't know. I think you're going to beat me. I'm pretty rusty, but
Confidence is key.
I'll give it a shot. So instead of a game of horse, you're down to play a game of Iowa.
Okay,
All
let's
right.
do it.
We're going to play a game of Iowa. She's probably going to win, but we'll see. I don't know. I got a decent jump shot. Already down 0 in a game of Iowa, I took my shot. Unfortunately for me, Allie matched it with a half-court shot of her own. After Allie rebutted my half-court shot, she continued to build on her lead, but I was not done yet, sinking my next 2 shots. Suddenly, we have ourselves a contest. Am I supposed to purposely lose?
Yeah.
With Allie leading by a score of IOW to IA, she set up the game winner. I took my chance to keep the game alive, but fell short to the all-time leading scorer.
Oh. It was a good game.
Okay, so first thing I wanted to ask you, you grew up in Iowa City. What was it like growing up in Iowa City being a Hawkeye fan?
I mean, it was great. I went to camps when I was a young girl. I went to a lot of the games. That's just kind of how I grew up. My mom played basketball with a few of the Iowa coaches, so I was always really interested in coming and watching the games. Loved basketball from a young age. Basketball is big in our family, so it's something we've all shared a common bond over for a really long time. So I've been a Hawkeye fan since I was a little girl, and it was just a dream come true ending up here.
How did the recruiting process take place? Do you know you wanted to come to Iowa the entire time? Were you recruited by other schools, or was Iowa really the only D1 school looking at you?
I was recruited by other schools too. I think deep down I always knew that I wanted to be a Hawkeye. It was just kind of waiting for that offer to come. So I started getting recruited. It was probably my sophomore year of high school. I made a switch to a different AAU team, which really helped accelerate the recruiting process. And I got looks from a number of the Big Ten schools, not any offers. Offers from some of the in-state schools. Actually almost went to Iowa State, if you can believe that. My friend talked me out of that a few times, but I think I ultimately knew that obviously I wanted to be here. It was just a matter of waiting for the coaches to give me that offer.
Around what time in high school did you get that final offer? And take me through your feelings when you knew you were going to go to the University of Iowa to play basketball.
Yeah, so the coaches offered me a scholarship. I think it was March of my junior year. It was after we won the state championship when I was, like I said, a junior at Iowa City West. And that was just like a very surreal moment. They whipped out the Dream Big poster, which I was on when I was a younger kid. And it was, like I said, it was just surreal because it was something that I'd been working towards for a really long time. I'd put in a lot of hard work, had a lot of people help me along the way. And then just to kind of finally see that goal be realized was awesome.
So Are you happy that you chose the Hawkeyes, not Iowa State?
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely happy.
Yeah, let's go Hawkeyes.
Go Hawkeyes.
So you said you went to Iowa City West. Your brother also goes there and played basketball. Did he ever come to you for advice on the court or for anything like that?
We actually do a pretty good job of keeping that separate. Obviously, like I said earlier, basketball is something my family really enjoys. My mom played in college, my dad played in high school, and we watch it all the time. We play it, but I've always just tried to be there for Nate. That's my brother. If and when he needed advice, I wasn't kind of like the overbearing older sister by any means. It was really just letting him come to me. But I think we've both done a really good job of supporting each other throughout our journeys. Him coming to my games and me coming to his baseball and basketball games in high school.
So after your final game, Coach Bluter talked about how you have a big role in the Iowa City community. Do you want to go into that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I love being active in the Iowa City community. The Iowa City community has given me so much throughout the course of my life, more than I ever deserved. And I remember when I was a younger girl, I really looked up to the basketball players on the Iowa women's team. And so now to kind of be in that position, to be able to give back, to meet with these younger girls, to hopefully be a role model for them, to volunteer in the community with our team. Our team does a lot of that, and that's all been really great. So I've been very fortunate to have that position, and like I said, the Iowa City community has given me so much, and I'm incredibly grateful for that.
So, like I said earlier, you did play your final game here not too long ago. Do you envision yourself staying involved in the Hawkeye program from here on out?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I'll always be a Hawkeye, no matter where I'm at. Obviously, I think that my professional plans are going to take me to a little bit larger city, a little ways away. But I'll always, follow the girls, try to get back for games when I can, stay in touch with the coaches. So there's no doubt I'll always have that connection.
So your Hawkeye career was a good one. You ended up being the all-time leading scorer in Iowa women's basketball history. I'm sure that feels great, but kind of take me through your highlights of your career. What really stands out to you that made you love being a Hawkeye?
I mean, there are a lot of really great moments. Freshman year, I remember we had a huge upset against Penn State. I think they were ranked 8th or ninth at the time in the nation at their place. That was a big highlight from freshman year. Sophomore year, obviously, was just like a dream year. We went undefeated at home. We made the Sweet 16, did really well in the Big Ten. We were ranked, I think as high as 12th or something around that nature for a really long time. And those are some of the girls that I've been the closest with. I've stayed in touch with. Those are lifelong friendships. So that was just a really great year. And then obviously there have been moments over the past couple of years. Beating Iowa State was always fun. We had a trip to Italy a few summers ago, which was incredible. And obviously, records this year, those were fun too. But definitely the friendships that were made, those take the cake by any means.
Those may take the cake, but I'm sure it still feels pretty great to be the all-time leading scorer. You want to talk about that for a second?
Yeah, I mean it's a neat feeling just because you put in a lot of work and you come into college and you really just want to contribute however you can. When I came in, I definitely didn't have the goal, hey, I want to score this many points. I didn't even know if I would be getting a shot to play my freshman year. So I came in with the mindset that I'm just going to help the team however I can, whether that's on the court, scoring, rebounding, or if it's on the sidelines. And so I think when you just work really hard at something, you stick at it, but you have people along the way who allow you to have those opportunities like my coaches did for me. It goes a long ways. So that's always something that's going to be really special to me. Obviously it's a nice recognition, but a lot of people helped me along the way.
Around what time did you kind of realize like you were one of the leaders on the team, you were one of the primary scorers for the offense, and you really kind of took charge and almost at some point became the face of Iowa women's basketball?
I think probably the beginning of my junior year, just because my first 2 years I was playing with people like Sam Logic and Bethany Doolittle and Melissa Dixon and Thea Taylor, and obviously I knew that my role was not going to be as much of the vocal leadership per se. I was just going to, like I said, help the team however I could, whether that was scoring some games. A lot of games it wasn't, just because we had a lot of other threats on offense. So doing whatever I could then. But when junior year rolled around and those girls graduated, I think I realized that I needed to take on, some more of those leadership responsibilities. And I think that's kind of when that shift happened.
So now that your career is over with the Hawkeyes, what are your plans post-graduation? Are you going to continue to pursue basketball, or what are you going to do?
I'm not going to continue to pursue basketball, which is a bit sad, but I'm really pumped about what I'm doing this summer. I'm going to be in New York City working with Barclays Investment Bank, and that's something I'm very, very excited about. I was actually just in the city, it was 2 weeks ago now, meeting with people from the firm. So I'll be an investment banking summer analyst there, working hopefully in the consumer retail group. So very, very excited for that, and we'll see where that takes me.
Any plans on maybe coming back to Iowa one day to coach?
I don't know. I mean, you're putting me on the spot, but Bloods, hey, you never know.
Okay, then. So not too long ago was your last game here. It was a very emotional day, I would assume. I was the mean reporter and asked you how you were feeling right after the game. But, the crowd was cheering your name when you came out. Kind of take me through your feelings that last game, that last time walking off the court.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was really bittersweet. Obviously, there were a lot of emotions. You don't want it to be your last game. You don't want to lose, but, at the end of the day, that's how 99% of people's seasons end, is with a loss. And so it's really special for me to be able to play that last game and, the other seniors to be able to play our last game at Carver in front of our awesome fans. And they've been there by us every single step of the way throughout this entire 4-year journey. And so walking off, it was very emotional, obviously sad to see it end. But, I had 4 really, really great years here. Incredibly thankful for those years, but also looking forward to the future now for sure.
Would you say you have any regrets about your career? Or are you pretty happy with how everything turned out?
I don't think I have any regrets. And that's not just speaking on the court. I mean, I think obviously there are things everybody could do better, could do differently, but I think I gave it my all, and I'm proud of that. I think that I did things the right way, and that's always who I've tried to be, and I think I did an okay job of that.
Well, Allie, thank you for joining us. It was awesome talking to you and hearing your future plans away from basketball. So, any final words?
No, I mean, thanks for having me. It was great chatting, and go Hawks.
Definitely great chatting. Go Hawks. Guys, back to you.